Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, Oracle of the Crows. My name is Melody. So I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and I want to thank everybody for subscribing to my channel, and for those of you who have been with me since I started my channel and been walking with me on my journey. Alright, so this is a past life card reading for the element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, South Node, or for those of you who are just intuitively guided towards this video. So I want you to allow your intuition to guide you towards door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3 into this past life, to find out the purpose of this life. And then I'm going to pull a card. We're going to go a little bit deeper in the Akashic Tarot. We're going to go a little bit deeper into that life, and then we're going to go into the lessons in this life, your present energy, what it looks like in your present incarnation, and some advice from your soul. So allow your intuition to guide you towards the door that you are meant to go into for this message. This is also for those of you who are afraid or a little shy about doing the hypnocrow hypnotherapy as well. You may feel more comfortable with the card reading, which is perfectly fine with me. So we're going to go ahead and do the pick a door. So go ahead and allow your intuition to guide you. And if whatever door you pick, if you didn't pick 1, you pick 2 or 3, go ahead and hit the timestamps below. It'll take you right to that door. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started with door number 1 for the element of air, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and South Node, or if you're just intuitively guided through here. So, scribe or a writer. So you were a scribe or a writer in this lifetime. See the scribe laying there, the candle. So I feel like you could have been a bit religious. I feel like some of the things that maybe you wrote about had ended up being books. So I feel like that was your light of inspiration. You were a writer or a scribe. You're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Alright, so the reason for this, I feel, this could be something that you wrote about in this life, is teaching people to try to keep them on the right path and to keep doing what they're doing, because whatever they're doing is working. So you could have been writing self-help books in that lifetime. You could have been working as some sort of a writer, like I said, writing these self-help books, maybe even channeling. I'm seeing this light of inspiration. So I do feel there was strong angelic inspiration as well. So let's go ahead and past life, scribe or writer. You held a career as a writer or a scribe in a past lifetime. That was your job. You knew that this was your path. You knew that this was what you were meant to do. So you may currently have a desire to write, and that is why maybe you're checking into this. Maybe you never really thought you could. You have the natural thinking style, someone who can organize thoughts into the written word. The fact that you had the discipline to sit down and write in the previous lifetime shows that you can exercise the same trait in this life. If you dream of being a published author, this card urges you to pursue that path. Do research on writing and publishing, and more important, write every day, which can be in the form of journaling, letters, creative writing, nonfiction writing such as blogging or articles. You have a strong enough desire to be a published author and you're willing to put forth the effort, you can attain that dream. All right. So in a previous lifetime, I feel like that's what you did. You attained this dream of being this writer, and I feel like it was definitely your job. It was definitely your career. This was something you enjoyed doing. And because you enjoyed it so much, you knew that this was your path. You knew that this is what you were born to do, is what I feel here. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and pull, this is the Akashic Tarot cards. I usually read that purpose, but I don't feel I need to. I feel like I got the point across. So, alright, so let's go ahead and pull. We're going to pull another card pertaining to this past life that we just walked into. And then we're going to come out and do current life. Past life. One for the element of air. Okay, so this is your past life card. Yeah, the Akashic Library. How about that? Scribe or writer. Wow. You can't make this stuff up. So in the past life, you could have been an automatic writer. Okay. And I feel like you got a lot of stuff from the Akashic Library. You could have built a library of books that you wrote, or scribes. You could have had a collection of scribes, but it was all part of your purpose there, your job, your career. So Akashic Library for past cards. So you were able to access the Akashic Library for your source of inspiration. So it's a great library. Candles cast a glow upon the books in the tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and a quill pen in hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book for you, but this card also symbolizes a new initiation, right? Writing or publishing a book. This was divinely guided, and you knew that. You knew that this was your path. This is what you were meant to do. And as long as you kept doing what you were doing, you knew you were going to be successful. The ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records, into a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and new purposes. It is also a time of heightened intuition as well as greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about your future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. All right. So I feel like they have a special message for you, air signs, which is star number 1. They want you to go grab a book, open it whatever page it falls on. They want you to read it because they want you to reflect upon what you read for the day. because it affects your situation at the present time. All right, so you have a special connection with the Akashic records, with books, obviously, right? A scribe and a writer. We're talking about your past life. So you created your own reality through writing. And again, you knew what you were doing. You were very knowledgeable with this, and you actually made a career out of it, which is totally awesome, air sign. So let's go ahead and put that there. So what is going on in your present incarnation? Yeah, so one of keys, but it's in reverse. So I feel, okay, then they're also on here pointing back towards the Akashic Library too, so you got to take that into consideration. And the Divine Physician. So I feel like right off the bat you don't believe enough in yourself to maybe build a business, but we're going to go ahead and read. So we have one major arcana, and we have the architect. So 1 and a 6, 16, which adds up to a 7, plus 2 is 9. So it's about the challenges that we need to overcome to complete the lessons in our birth chart that we need to complete. And I feel like that's what this one is here for you. So let's go ahead and get the book. So keys. So the keys are about values, wealth, success, worth, abundance, career, authority, confidence, achievement, and the power that you can experience and express in your life through what? Writing. Writing. Keys are emblematic of locking away and keeping safe what you treasure. But they also reflect opening at every level, opening to ownership, to opportunity, to new directions, to greater power and possibilities. To lay a key upon one's shoulder instead of in the hand reflects the responsibility that person can shoulder in life. After all, keys are given only to those with the authority to use them. So let's go ahead. Scrolls. Okay. Plans of change or perhaps have even fallen through. There may be things that you can't seem to control, or maybe you've lost your belief in your own talent and authority. Even if a particularly large task lies before you, don't just give up. It's time to wake up to your power and work the plan. If the plan is in a state of collapse, start a new one, or at least consider some actions you can take to reclaim your power and start anew. So whether this card is upright or reversed, look at the adjacent card to which the architect points. It can show you some specifics about your plans, a change of plans. It can also alert you to unseen events or peoples of influence that are not yet known to you. So the architect here is pointing back to what? The Akashic Library. The Akashic Library. So it's about becoming self-aware. It's about a better understanding of what perhaps didn't work or what fell away to what did work, so that you can create something new. It's also about telling you of heightened intuition, right? You have the heightened intuition to create. So you have the conscious effort to rewrite your how you want to build things. They're handing you a key that's going to unlock this. All right. So let's move on into the Divine Physician. All right, and it's in reverse. You may have lost sight of all that's required of your own self-care, or if you were on a path of discovering your healing gifts, you may have gotten sidetracked for a while. In any event, it's time to get back to your care, get back to your own self-honoring, and reconnect with your gifts. Yeah, that's why the architect is pointing back to the Akashic Library. Get back to the gifts that you can access this, right? You can write what you want to create. It's part of your creative talents. Get back to accessing the Akashic Library to things you have written perhaps in this past life that could be of importance. Okay. This person can be a great healer for you. So there could be somebody coming into your path to help you get yourself back on track. So you may have forgotten the power of your thoughts, ideas, and emotions, which are part of the elixir that brings healing to you and helps you bring healing to others. Make sure you attend to these ingredients as you put yourself back on your path. The divine physician, your words are power, and the actions you take to support them will make you rise again. So you're being asked to take the actions to support what you say, what you write, and so that you can rise again and start building again. They're handing you a key that's going to be a bit healing. So today, this is the perfect time to discover your inner healing abilities that maybe you just push to the back of your life for a minute. Okay, so you've basically forgotten to take care of yourself. You've forgotten who you truly were. You've forgotten how truly talented you are, your gifts are. It's like in the past you knew what you were doing, you had yourself in check, right? But coming into this life, you're not as in check. So they're pointing back for you to access your Akashic Library and access your past lives, because that's where they are. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this to the side for a minute and see what is the lesson that you may be learning in this life. What is a lesson that you may be learning in this life? A lesson that you may be learning. What is the soul lesson you are learning in this life, air signs? Pick star number 1. Well, there's 3 there. Yeah. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. So you were learning how vivid your imagination can be, the extent of it, right? The extent of your creative writing. Now we have worry. So that's like a lavender, which would be your crown chakra, which is where your imagination lies. This is your third eye color. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So you're learning the lesson of worrying about how things are going to turn out. So you're learning that worrying isn't going to change how things come about, the outcome of certain situations. And great, this is sacral chakra. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So you are learning that what was lost was for a reason, and you're learning to appreciate that, not grieve it. Okay. Alright, so let's see what's happening What are you doing, Luke? All right. What's happening? Future energy. What's your future look like? The Oracle of the Delphi. Exactly. Exactly. See, look here. Here he is in the back with that scribe writing things down. So you could have been an automatic writer in the past, is what I feel. You could have been an automatic writer. And you had the ability to access the Akashic Library. And when you went in, that's what you did. You would write stuff down as you viewed it or heard it or seen it. So you are an oracle. You're a very important person. So your worry and your grief, your emotional grief and worry, which is an emotion as well, was actually blocking the access. So, Oracle of the Delphi. Oracle of the Delphi for future card, for future for air signs. The Pythia, or the priestess at Delphi, sits upon a high three-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground. Nearby, a robed priest prepares to write upon an open scroll. While the Pythia psychically receives the perceptions from Apollo, it is the priest who interprets her pronouncements. In this, we see the two important keys in psychic experience: perception and interpretation. When you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power. Even if you don't recognize it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You were able to see that, right? You were able to see your path, and you know the right choices to make, right? You knew what you were doing. You knew what you had to keep doing it. All right, so you may get images or feelings without knowing how to interpret them. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations. Just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi profound awareness, your psychic perception and their interpretations give you a powerful insight and Akashic vision of the world. All right, so that makes perfect sense with the Akashic Library. So you have the power, right, to access the library and build upon the visions and the awareness and the insights that you get. But you have something that is blocking you. So they're asking you to heal the emotions. Heal the emotions, right? And allow yourself to understand that sometimes when one door closes, another one opens. And expand your imagination with the Oracle of the Delphi in imagination. Expand that crown chakra. And then, you could be that scribe sitting there. Maybe you're, like I said, an automatic writer in this life, and you're able to remote view into the Akashic records and write things down. Scribe or writer. It's all over your reading that you have this gift and ability. All right, so what is your life's purpose? What is your life's purpose in this life? What is your life's purpose in this life that you're incarnated in? What is the purpose of it that you're incarnated in right now? What is the purpose of it? Crystals, and look at this, books. Library, scribe, writer, right? Writing. Books. You connect your life purpose through your involvement with books, and your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Wow, your life purpose is to write books, just like in the past life. Um, and you're meant to write books about crystals. You're meant to write books on how to connect to your inner oracle using crystals. So whoever pick a star number 1, you got books all over your reading. You have the capability to access the Akashic Library. You do. And you can access it to allow some inner healing to happen. You know, even they're telling you you're on the right path, air signs. Keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is working. By letting go of the emotions of grief and worry. Not worrying about how things are going to turn out. Learning the lesson to open up your imagination to look outside of the emotional box that you put yourself into. Okay, so some advice from your soul for pick a star number 1 for the element of air. Some advice what your soul wants you to know, air signs. What your soul wants you to know. I feel like whoever this resonates with, you are writing your own story, your own Akashic story. And I feel like that's why they're pushing it so hard on you. Okay. So we have embrace or emerging. I'm emerging into the light with joy and ease. So what you are doing is you are emerging into the light, and that's what your soul wants you to know. And you're doing it with ease. It's like they're nurturing you and allowing you to grow so that you can come out and reach for the stars. Just as a new sprout pushes through the soil into the light, you are emerging. Ideas and things that have been incubating within you for a long time are now moving towards manifestation. This is an exciting time for you, air signs. Truly a period of new beginnings. Things for which you've been patiently waiting for a long time are about to manifest. A new seedling is the most vulnerable. However, just as it emerges through the earth, it needs to be nourished and protected until it's strong enough to weather harsh climates. So you must take care to nurture your dreams and yourself in this time. Rest, eat well, drink plenty of water, and take healing baths. Get ready. A new joyous path awaits you. So that's what your soul wants you to know. And then we have miracles. My life is a miracle. Watch for and embrace the miracles that occur in your life every day. And accept the small wonders of your life so that the greater gifts will grow in abundance. Expect miracles, praise and celebrate them when they appear, no matter how small. Be open to allowing the Creator to solve challenges for you in mysterious and wondrous ways. Trust that everything is unfolding graciously and perfectly in your life, and let go of fear and doubt. Don't limit the way the miracles can appear in your life by having expectations. Be open for them to appear with sources beyond your imagination. Alright, so that is what your soul wants to know. Alright, so thank you for watching, air signs. Hi everybody, and this is for those of you who pick a star number 2. If you are a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node or South Node, or if you were just intuitively guided here. So this is door number 2 into this past life for those of you who chose it. Love life. So it's door number 2. We're going into a past life where your love life is the main focus of this life. Author, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it, okay? So you are meant to write a book. You are meant to author some sort of a book that lies within you, that is your soul wants you to make time to write it, that wishes to be expressed. So I feel like in the back in this life, you could have been an author about love. You could have wrote about love. You see the red roses there. That is about love. It's about the purest essence of passion and love. All right. So let's go ahead and see. So the purpose of this was to write about it, to express yourself. This is an indication that your love life is affected by one or more previous lifetimes. Most likely, air signs, you had a painful experience back then that has caused you to be overly cautious. In such cases, working on yourself can help you reopen your beautiful, loving heart. In that way, you can love and be loved again. It's also likely that this card comes to you as validation that the man or woman you're romantically interested in was also a prominent person in your past life. This individual may not necessarily have been a romantic partner at that time, but your inclination to connect romantically in this life is definitely part of a greater plan. Alright, so again, you were meant to write books. Or you wrote about it. Maybe you wrote about this past life. And about the painful experience when it comes to love. Alright, so author. You've long had the thought of writing a book. And this card is a signal that the time is now. And that's what you did in this past life. This endeavor is part of your life purpose. Although it may not have a fully formed concept in mind, the act of writing will prime the pump and create the flow of ideas. You'll tap into the divine infinite wisdom while writing, which will help you better hear the voice of God and the angels. Most authors pen their books in a small time increments. So don't think that you need to retire in order to have the hours to devote to writing. Remember that if you finish just one page a day, in a year you will have produced a 365-page book. If you need additional confidence in your writing abilities, you can always take classes, join, or start a writer's group, or hire an editor. The main point is to write now. So that is what you did. You, in a past life, wrote about the painful experiences of love. And through this self-expression of love that you brought out on these pages of this book, it was very healing. It was very positive. So what it did was it helped to reopen your heart again, so that you can allow yourself to love and be loved again. Alright, so let's keep going. So next we're going to tap into, this is the Akashic Tarot. We're going to pull one card that pertains to this past life, and then we're going to go into the present life. Alright, so this is your past life, pal. Spring and autumn. So we have the Four of Forces, and this is talking about the past life. So I feel I feel like you wrote about the good times and you wrote about the bad times, is what I see here. It wasn't that you just wrote about all of the pain. You actually wrote about all the good things. You wrote about all the things that blossomed and bloomed in your love life as well. So that's what I feel. I feel like, because the forces is our energy, our consciousness, and whatever you put your energy into, you get back, because energy attracts like energy. And you've learned that. You've learned to bring in that sense of balance in your energy through writing down your thoughts and feelings about your emotions, your love life, perhaps another person who hurt you, the pain. And a lot of people have resonates with it because they've experienced it as well. So you got the spring on the top, which is about birthing new things. It's about things that blossom, things that bloom, things that, well, think about it, in the springtime, the birds have babies, the buds come on the trees, flowers start blooming. You get all these different smells of flowers. Honeysuckle happens to be my favorite, but the point is when you stay in the present moment and you stop and smell the roses, there's where that inspiration, that creation comes from. All right, so that is what I feel about your past life. So let's check into your current incarnation in the life where you're at presently. Okay, so the Queen of Forces. So you're trying to find that inner balance is what I see here. You're trying to find that inner balance in your energy. So here we are back with the forces again, which is about your conscious energy. And then we have another, so it's all about your energy, summer and winter. So you got winter on top on this one. Okay, so Queen of Forces in reverse, pertaining to the element of air's current incarnation, current situation. So, got that one. So forces, all about the energy, the consciousness, the natural law. The natural law states that consciousness creates reality and energy attracts like energy. These vital powers are forces in the physical and etheric worlds and in your life as well. And when you find these cards in your spread, they are not only referencing the outer events in your life, but they're also giving you guidance about the energy within and around you. So, air signs, you have force energy all around you, past life and now present life. All right, so the Queen of Forces in reverse says, a woman in your life with a very fragmented energy. She may be part of your family, work, environment, or another kind of relationship. You will sense some agitation or disharmony, and in some cases, this person may not have your best interests at heart. In fact, she could misuse her power and influence and be critical of you, which can negatively affect your relationship with yourself or others. If you see that kind of behavior, it's time to speak up for yourself, set boundaries, and demand respect. If you are unable to change how she treats you, step away. You or a woman in your life may also be experiencing a serious imbalance in energy or a loss of feeling true power. There may be times of feeling left in the dark and not knowing what to do next. There could also be the loss of a job or in a large company. In the sciences, in teaching physics, nature, energy, or other such fields native to the Queen of Forces. If you are the Queen of Forces, it's time to reclaim your power and sense the true energy and light that is part of your eternal self. Get clear and be objective. Don't let the situation around you take you off center. You have the power to bring balance back into your mind and your life. So take charge now. All right. So I feel like that's exactly it. The situation took you off center, and it's like it took the power away from you. So in the present moment, you need to bring your power back into a sense of balance between your mind and your heart, with your love life coming through here. Find that sense of balance between your dark and your light with the Four of Forces. All right. So here we are in the winter months. So in the winter months, now you have the 5 here. So you got 5 and 4. So there's profound lessons that you've been learning in a past life and in this current life. Lessons that have kept you frozen and stuck, so that you can experience joy. You need, it's like being reflected back to you, right? With the moon and the sun, receptivity and healing and positiveness and success and joy. What's the sun do? Defrost the snow, right? And that's exactly what's happening, is what I see here. So 5 of Forces. When this card is reversed, the winner shows snow-covered trees and a still landscape. It tells you that you are in a yin cycle, a time of receptivity, going inward and taking stock. This phase may call for you to be less active in the world, and however, it is a quiet energy that pays off later. This passive receptive state is a good time to meditate, to connect with spirit, and especially to make future plans. The winter cycle is often filled with inner activity mixed with a peaceful retreat. Your external life may still require some sort of action. Be sure to undertake it with focus and inner peace. Remember to relax and regroup. Let yourself make plans for the beginnings that are to come with spring. Right? We have spring up here. So you have all 4 of the seasons, you elements. Remember to relax and regroup while yielding it to the receptive energy of time. So you're in a yin energy. Yin is the feminine cycle, where you need to be receptive. You need to connect with spirit to find the center of who you are, to bring in that state of balance back to you as the queen of your life, right? So don't be critical on yourself. Make sure you stand your ground and demand respect. And I feel like that's why you're in that yin cycle. I feel like maybe spirit has, I feel like you're just experiencing a serious imbalance in your energy. And you're feeling this loss of your power. And it is keeping you frozen. So, and it's like you're stuck. You're stuck in this frozen cycle. Well, actually, that's because you're being called not to be so active in the world. It's time to be quiet. It's time to meditate. It's time to connect to your true power. And the only way to do that is to be still, is what they're telling you. All right, so what is the lesson? What is a lesson that you are learning in this incarnation? An important soul's lesson. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So it's about facing some fears. that's causing this imbalance. I feel like you sometimes feel like you just don't have the strength, right? Find the strength to perhaps set this boundary, or to, you have the strength to be receptive with the energy, because I feel like you could attract a lot of the spirit world to you, and it could drain your energy, is something I'm feeling. And fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love, right? Fear of love, love life. So you're being tested to realize this fear, the fear, and how to resolve it, and to be in the power of inner strength and love to face that fear, right? I find the inner strength to face the fear, right? To face the fear. And to realize that. And have the courage to stand in the power of love. Alright, so future energies, a chess game. Yep, so they're giving you a key. They're handing you 3 keys. You got 3 forces here, and now you got 3 keys. So I'll put that there for future. So keys. Keys represents values, wealth, success, worth, abundance, career, authority, confidence, achievement, and the power that you can experience and express in your life. So it's about finding that sense of balance, finding that sense of balance, being able to face that fear and be confident in creating, like watering your seeds of intention with love, the things that you want to create and express. So keys. Keys are emblematic of locking away and keeping safe what you treasure, but they also reflect opening at every level, opening to ownership, to opportunity, to new directions, to greater power and possibilities. You're not going to be able, they're not going to give you a key if they know you can't handle the responsibility of this authority in which they are giving you. So we have chess game, the 3 of keys. So this chess game is about, the people around you who try to knock you over, who try to bring you down, who try to throw you off balance by perhaps the things that they say. Alright, so 3 keys. A game is in play upon the chessboard. Some of the pieces are sidelined while the bronze queen lies on her side on the playing field. Look at the queen. The queen of forces is upside down. She's on her side. The people represented by these chess pieces are not usually those you meet for enjoyable pastimes. This is a card of political and social conflict. You may be in store for difficult interactions in group settings such as board of directors, corporate hierarchies, can't talk today, management disruptions, or conflicted family situations. The sides seem to be clearly divided. Many of the people involved are really just out for themselves. Deceit is present, and you may not be all that certain about everyone's motives or strategies. So it is time for you to take an emotional or even an actual step back, right? Wintertime. Take that step back and be still. Because the more you get involved, the stronger you hold your position, the more heated the situation could become. No matter how challenging, try to maintain an inner peace by staying centered. Don't participate in any battles or allegiances, but don't let yourself be deceived either. Look at everything coolly and unemotionally. People around you are serving their own agenda, so try to detach, be objective, and treat everyone involved from a deeper source of wisdom without being misled. There may come a time for you to leave or distance yourself from the situation, but because of circumstances, you may not be here yet. For now, let yourself be knowing, observer, and watch. So they're telling you to pay attention. Pay attention to people around you. Because they're going to challenge you. There's going to be battles. What they may be trying to befriend you is actually for a different motive than what they are fronting in front of you. So in the future, I feel like that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to be paying attention to people. You're going to learn to look at everything coolly and unemotionally, and you're not going to allow people to knock you over and throw you out of balance. That is what I see. All right, so let's go ahead and pull, what is the purpose? What is your life's purpose in this incarnation, in this life? What is the purpose of your incarnation in this life? For pick a star number 2. What is your purpose in this incarnation? Oh, yeah. Career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So if you look, there's a lighthouse, right? Look, the light shining out. And then here's a house here. So I feel you're going to have a major career change is what I feel here, where you're going to be able to shine your light out through a sense of balance, being open and receptive to perhaps other people's motives and feelings. And you're going to be birthing this career change because you're going to take that step back and be still, and you're just going to observe, right? You're going to observe. You're okay with it is what I see here. You're okay with taking that step back. All right, so let's go ahead and pull, what does your soul want you to know? What does your soul want you to know? Pick a star number 2 up there. What does your soul want you to know? What does your soul want you to know? Communication. I communicate from my heart, and love surrounds and protects me. So you could be having a career change in communication. I'm not sure exactly. You could be writing books. You could be that author. You could be, the forces. Learning to surround yourself with positive energy, not with people who are going to, only offer themselves and cause a division in what you want and desire. So I do feel that there is some people around you who are trying to maybe, how do I want to say, like cause a division in your family and friends because maybe they don't approve of what you are, the career that you're choosing. So you have communicate. So your soul is trying to tell you, wants you to know, your soul wants you to know to communicate, to stand your ground, right? To stand your ground. Communication from your heart and speak your truth without hesitation. Be willing to stand before the crowd and share your center. This isn't the time to be shy and hesitant, but to heal through communication. You're a natural teacher. Discretion is the better part of the valor. However, sometimes it may be fear rather than discretion that keeps you from reaching out, right? Fear, right here. Lesson. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So fear was your lesson. Communication restores trust and allows you to clarify your ideas, position, and feelings. It can be healing when you share what has been withheld. Now is the time to take a risk and have the courage to speak with foresight. Courage was your other lesson. Courage. Forthright clarity. Share the unspoken darkness that lays heavy in the heart, right? Find the inner strength to face that fear and speak with love. Even if you're afraid, declare your love for all to hear without fear of being rejected or misunderstood. When you do this, transformation and healing occurs. So don't be afraid to communicate how you feel. Face that fear, right? Face that fear. Have the courage to communicate how you feel, how your emotions. Find that sense of balance in your energy. Okay, so there you go. That is pick a star number 2 for the energy of air. Thank you for watching. Alright, and for those of you air signs who chose door number 3, let's see what past life they are taking you into and the purpose of this life. So we have communal living. So you could have lived as a monk, a priest, but I feel like it was, I don't know, I want to say lonely, but it wasn't. I don't know, we're going to see. What was the purpose of this? Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Okay, so in this past life, air signs, you lived in a communal living so that you can devote yourself to your religion, your spirituality, so that you can talk to your angels. That's why you decided to live in this communal living, so that you can connect to your angels. I feel like monk is what's coming to mind here. Convent, monastery, or tribe. Your earthly needs for shelter, clothing, and food were provided for. Although you held a job within the community, you fulfilled your responsibilities for the group and not for the individual gain. In your current lifetime, you may feel troubled by the concept of money, individual earnings, savings, and bills. You may feel unsupported because your soul is accustomed to having a community support system. To assimilate in this lifetime, find the balance and harmony between individual and group needs, between give and take. Understand how you fit into the culture and how the group can help you achieve your individual goals and aspirations and further your spiritual growth. And remember, no man or woman is an island. So, in this life, you lived in a convent, a monastery, a tribe, and your earthly needs, what you needed for shelter, clothing, and food were provided for. And you fulfilled your responsibilities through the guidance of your angels. You didn't worry about the extra necessities. You just lived off the basic necessities. That's it. If it was necessary, you had it. If it was a luxury, you didn't. So you didn't worry about the extras. You lived more by the divine, more by your religion or your spiritual path, your spiritual journey. And that's why you got talk to angels, so that you could talk to your angels. They say when you fast, your body, your human body is not weighed down by the food products, and it allows your soul to become lighter. So I feel that's one of the things that you learned in this life. So let's go ahead for pick a star number 3 for the element of air. What we're going to do is use, this is the Akashic Tarot. I'm going to cut 3 pals. One pal is going to pertain to the past life that we got coming through here, and then the middle pal will be for your present incarnation, where you're at right now in the moment, and the third pal will be a card for your future. Okay. Alright, so this is your past life card. So 2 of roses, winged messengers, it's in reverse. So roses is about our relationships. It's about our emotions. It's about our communities. So communal living, it's about the community in which you lived in. With this in reverse, you have here this angel right here trying to help you feel at peace with some sort of a situation, perhaps from your past or in this past life, that may have caused some sort of havoc. So we're going to go ahead and put that there. Let me talk to you about what these roses are about. I feel like it's the community right here, the communal living with other people in this building. Roses comprises of relationships, emotions, family, children, homes, personal and inner conflicts, and communities in life. Throughout history, the rose has been a frequent icon used in heraldry, adorning the crest of royal and noble families across Europe. It represents not only the family, but also who have affinity with that family. The beauty of the rose's petals and the sharpness of its thorns reflect the range of personal experiences that can belong to heart, home, and community. So we're talking about the 2 of roses here. Communal living, your home. Okay. The conflict has grown with this reversal. The table is disrupted and it seems no one can come together. The hawk, a bird of prey, flies over the dove. Your fears and feelings may be drowning out the voice of your spirit, which makes it more and more difficult for you to promote peace within and around you. You may have to deal with some people or financial issues that seem damaging at this moment. Be careful that you aren't asked to give more than you have. The situation may seem very difficult. It's really a matter of everyone making an effort to set things right. Those who are involved certainly may seem more intraceable and unable to listen now. It's important to do what you can, but also to step away from the conflict when others are determined to have their way. Even when this card is reversed, the dove reveals that the power of your spirit is your foundation and is always there to support you. Spirit, the angels. So they're telling you to don't worry about it. Whether this card is upright or reversed, you can gain further insight from a neighboring card. The hawk has just taken off from his perch in the card behind him, which would be this talking to angels. Look to the card look to that card to find out more about this conflict and its resolution. Let your spirit tell you if there are any past life influences at play. Yeah, this is the past life influence at play. But I feel like this past life, whatever you lived at, whatever communal living place you lived at, there could have been some disharmony. There was a lot of worry. Perhaps maybe feeling there wasn't enough food to go around or enough space for everybody. But whatever it was, there was some sort of a lack there. And they're telling you, instead of, in this life, instead of worrying about the lack of or not having enough to support, right, not being able to feel at peace, your purpose was to talk to the angels. So the angel is carrying that dove. To talk to your angels and ask your angels for guidance, for peace. So that was what your purpose was to live in this communal living, live in this convent or this monastery, so that you could talk to your spirit team and learn to be in touch with your spiritual self. A lot less emotional and more in touch with your divine guidance, because your angels were around you. They were supporting you, helping you to feel at peace. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going. So now we're going to pull some cards concerning your present incarnation. So we have the King of Keys coming through. So the King of Keys is in reverse. So this could be maybe somebody who maybe changed their mind and went in a different direction. The Akashic Library. So I feel like in the present moment, you feel like you don't have this key to unlock this inner library, this inner wisdom, this inner guidance, that your angels, right, are trying to tell you, right? The communal living, the Akashic Library, there was a library in this communal living building, in this monastery, that could have been very important to you as well in this life, and you brought this information through to the current life. So the keys represents the values, the wealth, the success, the worth, the abundance, the career, the authority, the confidence, the achievement, and the power that you can experience and express in your life. Keys are emblematic of locking away and keeping safe what you treasure. But they also reflect opening at every level, opening to the ownership, to the opportunity, to new directions, and to greater power and possibilities. To lay a key upon one's shoulder instead of in the hand reflects the responsibility that person can shoulder in life. After all, keys are given only to those with the authority to use them. So you're the King of Keys, right? So you have the authority to use this key to unlock your personal library of wisdom and knowledge from not only this past life of communal living, but all of them. So, but you have access, right? You have the power to access this personal life right here of communal living. Just ask your angels for the guidance into this library, into this wisdom, into this knowledge about some sort of a challenge that you're having in this lifetime of finding peace, right? Look at this. Talk to your angels, winged messengers, right? So it's like you're denying yourself. You're denying your power. All right. So King of Keys. With this card reversed, you may have some difficulties with a man at work. There could also be a loss of a job or a distancing in a relationship for you or a man you know. The success you seek may be eluding you right now, or you may be making a great effort without seeing it pay off. At this time, focus on understanding how your life's purpose can complement your career directives. When you have clarity on that, you will know what actions to undertake, whether you're a man or a woman. The King of Keys reversed might indicate a man of commerce who is stepping away from work and who is not available to you. Oh, come on, kitty, cut it out. So take note when the King and the Queen of Keys appear in the same spread. They're facing each other, or if they're across the table. Well, we're not pulling another card right now, so you may get another face card. We don't know yet. So you got the King of Keys. It's about, they're telling you it's time to focus on your life's purpose, and it can complement your career directives. So here you are, right? It's, don't turn your back to maybe something that isn't working out for you right now, right? They want you to access this Akashic library. You have the power to. Get clarity on that and what actions that you need to take. So let's go ahead and read. Well, Loki's like, come on, Mom, let me help you. He's so cute. Inside a great library, candles cast a glow upon the books in the tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and quill pen in hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book for you, but this can also symbolize a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records, into a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but now you have a better understanding of your old motives and new purposes. So what I feel is, here you are, this King of Keys, right? This King of Keys. And I feel like you could be trying to publish a book and somebody may be eluding you. Maybe not wanting to tell you the truth about this book. But I feel like you're going to gain some sort of clarity about some sort of action that you need to take. You're going to get the self-awareness that you need about the motives of this person. So listen to your heightened intuition. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. And that's exactly right. You can rewrite your story. So get started today. Write one simple declaration about your future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. Then decide one thing that you can do to make that thing happen. So rest solely on your imagination. So when you open your imagination to the possibilities of what you want to create, instead of focusing on that one thing that is not working and worrying about how the situation is going to come about, right? So again, the hawk is flying in telling you, right? This worrying is, what you're doing is you're going to attract the same energy, that worrying energy. When you ask for divine guidance to help you feel at peace, they're around you, right? Helping you to see that there could be a new direction being offered to you. And that's the reason why this old one is not working. So let's go ahead and pull. What lesson is your soul learning in this lifetime, air signs? What lesson is your soul learning in this lifetime? purpose. I know what I am here to do. So a lesson that you are learning is you're realizing that you have a purpose here, and that you are here to do something. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight of awareness. So stop denying, right? Stop denying the wisdom. Stop denying the fact that you can tap into spirit. Stop denying that you can ask for the guidance and be open to the insight the angels are giving to you. So acknowledge your fear. You have a purpose here. There's a reason for your incarnation. So future energies, yeah, forces. 6 of forces. This is the waterfall. This is about your energy source. So you're going to be in the flow of your energy, your consciousness. Forces is all about energy, consciousness, and natural law. The natural law states that consciousness creates reality and energy attracts like energy. These vital powers are forces in the physical and etheric worlds and in your life as well. When you find these cards in your spread, you are not only referencing the outer events in your life, but they're also giving you guidance about the energy within and around you. So forces. A towering waterfall roars down into a beautiful body of water. In the upright position, this card reminds you of your incredible personal power and supports you in opening up to the force within, your purpose, right? And the insight of your personal power within. It supports you in opening up to that. Know that you are a dynamo in the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honors you and moves your life forward. As like writing your own Akashic book, your own destiny. The element of water is fluid. Like the waterfall, your personal energy never stops. Your life force is never ending. It springs from your eternal past and roars into your limitless future, extending into the farthest reaches of the universe. It is a time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, as well as an expansion of psychic energy, right? Accessing the records. Use this time to act on these and tap into your power that is ever flowing. So what is your life's purpose? What is the reason why you are incarnated in this lifetime right now? What is the reason for your incarnation in this life right now? What is the reason for this incarnation in this life right now? What are you here for? Strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Yes. So here you are on that horse. Feminine, masculine, finding that sense of balance, right? Look, they're both white horses. Seeing the purity of your personal freedom. Knowing that you're protected. You found your inner strength to be courageous, right? To stand in your personal power, to stand in your purpose. So let's go ahead and put this card right here. Strength. So this purpose for this incarnation you're stronger than you realize, according to this card. Your career dreams require inner resolve and courage. And you've built these qualities from your life's lessons. Everything you've ever experienced has brought you to this moment. And you're also receiving signs from above that point you in a supportive direction. For example, several people may recommend the same book to you in a short span of time. This indicates that the angels are delivering their guidance to you through other people's messages. There's something important for you in that frequently mentioned book, movie, class, location, or other idea. The angels have opened the doorway of information for you, and it's up to you to now accept their gift by reading the book, watching the movie, taking the class, or visiting the location. So they're around you, and the angels are giving you the strength and the courage and protection so that you could see something from a higher view, right? Something within your soul, some gift. You're gifted, clairvoyant, clairaudient, talking to the angels, and this key is going to unlock this inner strength to give you that power and purpose to become that limitless being, to become that spiritually aware soul. So the final card is, this is advice from your soul. What advice your soul wants you to know? What advice does your soul want you to know, air signs? Alright, well, there we go. That was nice and quick, painless. So this card is pleasure. My life is deliciously joyous. So to me, it could be a cup of coffee, but to me it kind of looks like a cup of hot chocolate with the marshmallows on top. It's steaming. It's on this table. Hot chocolate's delicious. It makes you happy. So I feel like they're telling you to enjoy the little things in life, right? Enjoy the little pleasures in your life. So focus. All of my thoughts are directed towards my highest good. So they want you to focus on your highest good. And awakening. I am joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. So your soul is trying to awaken you to the fact that you have this ability to talk to your angels, right? If you focus all of your thoughts in a positive direction for your highest good, right, you'll be able to understand what they're trying to tell you. All right, so pleasure. To dance through your life and give toast for no reason at all. Cherish your sensuality and sexuality. Enjoy yourself. We're programmed to believe that pleasure is forbidden, only permitted in small amounts, and should always come after work. Do you postpone good times because you're too busy fulfilling work commitments? Do you deny yourself joyful experiences because there's not enough time for it? Or it seems selfish? Stop. Your spirit needs pleasure. It's the soul's way of replenishing and revitalizing your life force. Make pampering yourself a priority, and you'll have all the energy that you need to create everything you desire. Okay, focus. What you focus on is what you create. So put your attention on thoughts that are beautiful, worthwhile, and loving. It's time to focus your intent and your passion on one thing, rather than being scattered in different directions. What you see around you is a result of what you focus on. When you direct your thoughts towards good, you attract positive experiences and people into your life. But when you focus on what isn't working, you create even more challenging situations. If you aren't pleased with the direction of your life, concentrate on what you desire, not what you don't want. To develop inner power, gather your internal energy and focus intently on one thing. Being scattered in a myriad of directions dilutes your strength. Devote your attention to your career, your relationships, a hobby, or something that you're passionate about. Diminish activities that aren't essential to this goal, and it will be just a matter of time until miracles begin to occur and awakening. So step out of your routine and notice what's truly occurring around you. Spirit, your soul is telling you it's time to wake up, air signs. Step out of that routine. Awaken your potential and power. Move, shake, and take action. You're opening to your true spiritual path, your purpose, what you're meant to do, what you know you have to do. The forces of the universe are propelling you in a direction of your destiny. Forces. Look at this. Forces. You're awakening to your higher self and spiritual vibration. This card appears when you're ready to be aware and notice things as they really are. Take off your blinders and see what's important in your life. Search for the essence of what's true, authentic, and real. All right. So there you go, air signs. Let's pick a star number 3. That was a past life that Spirit wanted to take you through and the information for your current life. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.